Get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
There it is.
Fuck you mean? Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski. Ball Felber boys back in this bitch. What's going on, my guys?
Shit, we here. Another day, another
Shit.
dollar.
Let's get it.
Ball Felber boys back to business, man. Coming to y'all fresh off week one. As always, I'm Hefe Picasso coming to you with my boy, Big Jizzle,
We're handing.
Big Walk,
Ritter for MVP. Let's get it.
Big Ball Felber energy, man. As Walt just said, man, we coming off of week one. Um, week one was a weird week one. Week one in the NFL can be very weird to decipher, but they always come with some overreaction. So we gonna detail these games, but I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all think certain things that are being said are overreactions or are they not overreactions. You know
Let's
what I'm
do it.
saying?
Go
So
with it.
so we gonna kick it off like that. We're gonna start at home in the ATL. I was in the building. Dirty Birds took on Bryce Young, the rookie, and the Carolina Panthers. Um, Walk has Ritter for MVP. Is that an overreaction or under or right on time?
I call it
I,
satire, sarcasm. This is
Okay.
definitely a overreaction is an understatement. He looked very
I, would-
bad. I'm gonna leave
I,
it at
I,
that.
I like the win for them. You know what I'm saying? They came in, they won convincingly. Your rookie running back played well for the most part. Y'all got to win. I think y'all should be happy. Why y'all
I'm
not
definitely
happy?
happy.
Oh, y'all look pissed.
I
I'm
ain't
not
pissed.
happy. He asked
Oh,
about
okay.
Ritter
Is,
specifically.
is it on
Yeah,
me?
I'm talking
Yeah,
about
it's
Ritter.
on
Yeah,
you.
the next Falcon fan, go ahead.
I was in attendance.
Oh, you gotta say
Shout,
that twice.
first off, shout out to Atlanta. If we ever get a Super Bowl caliber team, the stadium is stupid. All the stars
Man,
was
that
in the
shit.
building.
Yeah.
All the stars. You had Desi Banks popping out. Jeezy performed. Tilt was in there. Jermaine Dupri. Even Lil Bow Wow popped up out there, motherfucker. Like it was a show. Like we got all the Atlanta music being played. We easily got the best music being played in any stadium. Like
Fact.
it's not even close. You know what I'm saying? The building was rocking. And all we got when I sat down, all we got to see was bad football. It was bad football being played on both
Come
sides of the field.
on, bro.
It was bad football being played on both sides of the field, man. Um, Ritter got off to a bad start. His first two passes were errant. And then when he finally did hit Drake London in the hand, he dropped it, never went back to him again.
Wow.
Um, He spent more time throwing the ball sideways than down the field. I've never seen a quarterback throw more passes sideways than forward. The shit fucked me up. It's 3rd and 8 and we're running the ball. It's 1st and 20 and we're running the ball. This team cannot sustain a penalty. A penalty is a drive killer
It's
for
a
the
punt.
Falcons.
It's a punt.
If they get a holding call, a legal man downfield, anything that keeps them off the stick, anything that keeps the chains from moving, they're done. The pass game looked abysmal week one, and I think Arthur Smith just shut it down completely and decided to coach to win that game. So I give him credit for that. But being in the stadium in attendance, it got hard to watch that time. He literally got booed when Jesse Bates got that second interception and we were in the fucking red zone and it was 3rd and 8 after running it 2 times and we lined up and ran that bitch again, everybody booed. It was hard to watch, man. And the only thing that saved them is they feasted on a young quarterback who I wanted to see. I had to put my eyes on him. He is little, as everybody suspects he is. Bryce Young is a little guy. You know what I'm saying? And that defense feasted. That offense, Bijan looked explosive. It was good to see him. Algieri, who I suspected would be still get his carries, came out and got the bulk share of the carries. But as far as Ritter is concerned, I was very unenthused, unimpressed. Um, I felt like Arthur Smith knew something we didn't, and he was trying to coach around his ineptitude. And if I would have known that he was that limited from the gate, I would have had a different perspective and mindset going in the year. And just real quick before I get off the Falcons, I was upset because I seen real reports of the interest that the Falcons had in Trey Lance. We seen Trey Lance go for a fourth. I would have gladly given that fourth to bring in Trey Lance, even as an experiment. When you're looking at Ritter in practice and you're scared to let him throw the fucking ball. So all of that being said, good win by the Falcons, but I was not impressed. Go ahead, Walt.
I just want to say, I think this is the first time since we started this podcast where I've agreed with every word that one of y'all have said. I don't have anything to add. I just wanted to say I agree with everything. And everybody's blaming Arthur Smith. I'm like, if your quarterback is limited, your play calling is limited. Like,
Right.
you can't, bro, that man attempted, I don't remember if it was attempted or completed, 6 passes beyond the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
6 passes. That man completed 15 passes for what? 100? What do you have? Like 118 yards, maybe?
What did Ritter have? Hold on, I got it in front of me. Let me see.
Even the touchdown he got, that was 100% Bijan.
I about to say he threw a touchdown.
1,000% Bijan.
He threw a touchdown.
AJ, you need to go, bro. You really need to
I'm
go.
saying, bro,
But shout
y'all
out to
being
Jesse
mad.
Bates, though. That's what happens when you spend money in free agency.
Hey,
Fact.
Bates, is he good? I see him limping. Is he straight?
Yeah,
he's
supposed
all
to-
pro before he got here, though. So, like,
No,
he
I'm
ain't
talking
really
about-
no surprise.
Now he's
about
saying
injury.
health wise, he good. He listed as
I seen
good.
him limping. I didn't know if he bounced back.
Oh,
And-
yeah, he came back. He came back in the game.
All right.
And a lot of people are getting
I'm not
confused
saying
by the efficiency of Ritter's numbers because he was 15 for 18,
This ain't high
100,
school. This ain't high school.
115 yards, and a touchdown.
Let's talk about
So what we talking about for right now? Like and y'all won with 9 to 24, right?
24 to 10.
24-10. Yeah. I think. Okay, let's be real. The biggest question I got for y'all help me understand this shit. Why the fuck was he limited? Like, why is he limited?
Because he's not good. He's not good.
I can't answer that right now.
Hold on.
I can't answer that right now.
Come on, answer.
I watched half of his junior. Well, I don't remember if he came out as a junior or senior. But I watched half of his second to last year games in college, all of his final year games in college, and all 4 that he started last year. Everything he did Sunday is things that he did in college. They picked the wrong dude. It's that simple.
But
it's really that simple, bro. He's not good.
Okay, I get the simplicity of it. I like that word. I like what's going on far wise. It being simple, but it doesn't show in the organization far wise the move they were making or they could have made to correct that mistake that they made. It's like we fucked up. Fuck it.
That goes to my. That's my point. That's my point. That's my point. Even after missing out on the big guys, we didn't get Lamar in the offseason. We didn't get Deshaun Watson 2 years ago. Like, it was somebody else that was available earlier, but we did it. Justin Fields potentially, as far as we could have drafted Justin Fields for one and did it.
We don't use Kyle Pitts. Why the hell not?
Exactly.
We Kenny Pickett. We don't use Drake London. So.
Exactly. So it was. But like I said, even after all of that, you're looking at the guy who we were high on, almost drafted, and he's going for a 4th round pick. He was the number 3 pick 2 years ago, and we were high on him.
Well, that nigga Cal Shanahan said, bro, give me a goddamn Chick-fil-A meal and a large
y'all didn't have
for
him.
that nigga,
so
bro.
for them, and I really thought he was coming to Atlanta. I really thought he was coming to Atlanta. And I'm not saying Trey Lance is the savior or the answer, but looking at Ritter and having a coach around his quote-unquote limited ability, why not bring in a guy with the tools who you were high on 2 years ago that you wouldn't bring in for a 4th round pick?
I don't get that. I don't get
AJ,
that. I don't get none of it.
AJ, you always say that you hate agreeing with Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
Today was the first day I felt that feeling. I hate that I'm agreeing with everything.
Why y'all hate to agree with me, bro?
Because of that. Because of the face
you be saying some
why
bullshit.
Y'all hate to agree with me.
But no, real shit. Even if you wanted to get a Will Levis on day 2 or a Hendon Hooker from Tennessee, like the Panthers moved up for Bryce. You telling me we couldn't have moved up for Anthony Richardson? I don't know if we're gonna talk about the coach, but Anthony Richardson looked all right, bro.
He looked decent.
He looked all right. He looked like the best rookie quarterback this weekend.
CJ Stroud looked all right too.
Yeah,
against CJ Stroud looked all right.
That's my boy.
CJ Stroud looked all right. So which brings me into the next game. We're gonna get on the Houston Texans. They went up the road. They went up north. They went to Baltimore to face Lamar and this newfound Ravens offense. And this newfound offense seemed to have a failure to launch. So the overreaction question. This offense will not work with Lamar this year. Overreaction or not overreaction?
Overreacting.
Figured you would say that.
Okay. Hey man, week 1. Hey, let's be clear. Like we said, week 1, we can tell what kind of season it's gonna be. And this week 1, this shit look like goddamn Friday the 13th. We don't know what the fuck gonna happen. There's been some. Think about it, bro. Like I said, everybody got paid. Lamar, Burrow, Daniel Jones. There's one more person that got paid in the offseason, and they all combined for one touchdown. Herbert. They only combined for one touchdown pass, fool. Out of $1 billion. These niggas only got one. We still have the Aaron Rodgers. Like, fucking Tampa Bay beat Minnesota with Baker Mayfield. Like, we don't know how this shit gonna look. So to say that Lamar and the offense can't figure it out during the season, like, come on, that's crazy. Like, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna be all right. It's overreaction. They're gonna be all
right. Go ahead, Walt.
I'm actually gonna unfortunately agree with AJ. Zay Flowers looks straight.
Zay Flowers look good.
We also got to remember again, unfortunately, that J.K. got hurt again. J.K. Dobbins, he scored.
Had him on my fantasy team,
right?
Yeah.
But this is they got Monken. He made it work with Stetson. I know that's college, but he made it work with Stetson. I say week 2. I'm not surprised if Lamar and company drop 30 plus.
That's pretty
I say that to say overreaction. And Mark Andrews didn't play. Like, what are we doing? Mark Andrews didn't even play. And he's wide receiver 1. I don't care what I'm talking about. Mark Andrews is wide receiver 1.
You took my last point.
No pun intended.
It's gonna be a land sweep. I feel like it's overreaction as well. I feel like the fact that offense didn't touch the field at all in preseason, which was the case for a lot of these teams week 1, and it showed some of these guys who took no snaps during the preseason came out a little muddy. Lamar was not great. Go ahead, AJ.
Real quick, I had to cut you off. Because you said, and it just clicked in my head. All right, I'm trying to grow, man. Work with my growth. Listen, why these motherfuckers already don't play practice? You training camp, ain't no more 2 days. Half the day they didn't watch the film session. Other time they getting pushed around by defense. So they're not really getting their body prepared for this shit. And then on top of not getting prepared for it, no fucking preseason games. Like none, not even. It doesn't make sense. So you think you're gonna just turn it on week 1?
It's tricky. It's tricky, bro. And I agree with you from a player perspective and for wanting to see them boys ready. But from a GM owner perspective, the thing they hate the most, I'm playing devil's advocate. The thing they hate the most is seeing one of their star players go down in training camp or in a preseason game. It hurts their core. Like I'm just letting you know.
I understand both sides, but nigga, it's a gamble. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? Aaron Rodgers played for 4 snaps. It's a gamble.
It can happen. It can happen whenever.
He can fall down bad when he wake up in the morning, goddamn. Like you don't know anything can go down. Like and to not be prepared though. I'd rather risk it than you being prepared than you getting hurt and we lose for a whole season because you're not fucking prepared. Like these Achilles, these people hurt these injuries, that ain't by accident, fool. You can't just turn on 100 miles per hour after you've been chilling for months. You've been training, yeah, but to get footballers to get taking hits and shit, like to move your body a certain way, like come on, bro, you gotta be prepared for that. And that's one thing they not.
I agree.
So we all agree that that's an overreaction.
Definitely.
The game was weird. It's really no need for me to detail the game. The Ravens defense gutted out an ugly win. Do y'all have anything on the game before we move on?
Watch them week 2.
We won. We gonna Ravens. Y'all survived in advance. Y'all got the win against a scrappy Texas team. Shout out CJ Stroud and shout out them boys coming to play. Like CJ Stroud threw for 244. You know what I'm saying? He out threw Lamar. He had no turnovers. Lamar had that ugly pick early that was totally his fault. They gutted it out. So shout out to the Ravens for gutting it out. And we're going to move on to the next game. We're going to stay in the North, but we're going to go from AFC to NFC. The NFC North had a battle this week. You had the Chicago Bears at home hosting the Green Bay Packers. Overreaction talk. They said Jordan Love top 10. Overreaction, underreaction. I mean, overreaction or not overreaction, my bad.
You go.
I will say that it is a fucking overreaction. Now, Jordan Love looked good. Now, let me be clear on why it's an overreaction. In my opinion, the potential to be top 10 is there. To call him top 10 off of that week 1 performance is utter overreaction, but that's what we tend to do after week 1 in the media, how they get down. Yeah. But he played against the Chicago team that was bottom of the barrel in defense last year, and they look like they may have somehow gotten worse. Aaron Jones, who's been a monster for the past 6-7 years, yo. Aaron Jones is a beast. He's been doing Austin Eckler type things for the last 6-7 years. He is him. Yeah. And he came out Sunday and reminded everybody he is him. He got the game started off nice for Green Bay, and then when Chicago thought they could come back and do something, he shut the door on their ass. Green Bay's defense was everything I thought it would be. They got pressure on field. Their offensive line is still atrocious in Chicago. And Green Bay has a great defense. The secondary, we know about Jair. He shut down DJ Moore. DJ Moore had 2 catches for 22 yards. It was a beautiful thing, and everything aligned for Jordan Love. What I will say, Jordan Love is in a great situation. Top offensive line, one of the best in the league, top 5, top 6. A running game that goes too deep. You got a 2-headed monster back there with Aaron Jones and Dillon. The weapons they leave a little something to want, and then they didn't even have Christian Watson. But Romeo Doubs and the job that they did getting open was great. And Jordan Love didn't make the big mistake. He never allowed Chicago to feel like they can get back in that game. Every time Chicago thought they was inching closer, he went out there and made a play. He was very poised in the pocket. He made all the right reads, and that's what I give him the most credit for. But top 10, get the fuck out of here. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Go ahead, Walt. What you got to say?
Damn. I agree. Definitely overreaction. Definitely not top 10. Even with as bad as like Josh Allen played and Aaron Rodgers going down, I still think top 10 is too rich for me because I think the Bears are proof that you can spend money and you spend it on the wrong people, you're still going to be really bad. Mm-hmm. Damn, Justin Fields is my guy, but at this point, I'm like, bro, we've been waiting. You gotta,
we still waiting.
Do something now. Like we've been waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta actually do. You got DJ Moore. You got this. You got that. But as far as Jordan Love goes, I do think he played really well though. Like he played, especially without Christian Watson playing. You would expect him to game manager like, but he didn't. He played really well, but excuse me. I say top 10, no. Top half, yes. Like top 15, 16. I think you could put him in that.
Sure.
Maybe.
Sure.
But top 8 is elite. And that 9 and 10 spot, they're really good. You got to through 8, 9 games. If he's doing this,
it's interesting. It's interesting though. Soon we gonna have to really lay out these top 10 because once you get about 6, it get interesting.
Can I go? Can I go?
Yeah, the floor is yours, Superfly.
I'm glad you said that. It's what it's supposed to be. It's not an overreaction. Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback. I said it right here. He top 10, like you just said. After you get to 6, it's really a toss-up. You really just
no, it's not. Not true.
Disagree. Especially that this first week happened.
Can I name 6 real quick?
I can finish. What I'm saying is, you can name. No. You can name 6. But I'm saying after you get past 6, it's really pick.
I can name 9, AJ. Where you're gonna say, "Oh damn."
You can name 9 quarterbacks. I would say, "Oh damn." Off what we seen week 1.
You base really, AJ?
We gonna base all that off week 1.
I'm asking you a question. A question. That's week 1. We basing it off his week 1 success, right?
He looked better than Lamar week 1, AJ.
I was saying, and we going up week 1. He's top 5.
Exactly. So that's my whole point. So this my thing. Everybody played like shit. That man went there and played a damn good game. We watched that game, Walt. He was making good reads, good passes.
Yeah, he played well.
Damn. With that being said, yeah, do I understand why y'all feel I am overreacting for saying it's an overreacting? I understand that. But like motherfucker Prime said, I'm believing. And I'm believing in Jordan Love like I believed in them to win that goddamn division. Like Jeremiah said, Jair Alexander. All right, Jay. Back to you, Walt. When you asked me, do I agree with this motherfucker? It's 2 players that Jeremiah we've been high on. And I've been giving him, all right, cool. But I'm starting to be like, this motherfucker is right. And I hate it.
Look how you looking. That's why we don't like agreeing with you.
I hate that shit. And on Sunday, I was like, this motherfucker right on a couple plays. And the first player, Jair Alexander. It's how he set that tone, fool. He gives me Sherman vibes. When he got, now granted, DJ Moore put the fuck out his ass when they got into it.
Yeah,
funny. But I like the mindset. Like I like how he approached and take the game. And you can tell he
talking and he walking. He talking and walking.
He on his Ocho shit. He ain't just out there talking shit. He out there really. You can say he respecting his craft. Like in the top 100 in the summer, the niggas asked him, who was the hard receiver you had to guard? They didn't say. Let's be clear. Ain't none of the niggas hard. None of the niggas tough. Like if they beat me, I messed up. They ain't just flat out beat me. Like that's how, in that mindset. And when he came down and gave Justin Fields that work, inbounds, a live legal play, and they got mad, I like he rallied. You say that the defense rallied around that shit. So with that being said,
he made sure Justin Fields felt his ass.
That's what you got to do to run in quarterback.
You got to do that. You got to. I be getting mad when they let him slide, like run through his ass. Let him be scared of shit to run out that pocket every time. You have this right fear and a defense. And I like how you approach that's how you attack it. So that being said, I'll go back to you, Jay. Now, I don't know if y'all know, but in my opinion, Jordan Love is in the toughest position anybody in life would want to be in. Here's why. You're asking him to go on stage after seeing 2 standing ovations, Brett Favre and Rodgers. Green Bay has had 2 quarterbacks in the last how many years? And for you to say, all right, you got to follow behind this. And knowing the coach understand what's going on in Green Bay, and that week 1 performance, granted Chicago isn't world beaters. If they made the playoffs, it'll be a stretch. We'll see more. But I like what I saw. And for you to put him in that position under pressure, look, he looked better under pressure in moments than another guy we're gonna talk about later. That's my opinion.
I just got one thing to say back.
Go ahead, Walt.
Just one thing.
I'm here.
I would disagree with that last point. You're right though. It is a lot of pressure. But I think Mac Jones is probably under more pressure than that.
Thank you.
Like
Neither Aaron Jones, Brett Favre ain't the GOAT. They ain't got 7 rings.
Brady, especially when he came out, you know, they had all of these mobile quarterbacks. You had Trevor Lawrence, you had Trey Lance, Justin Fields. Mac Jones was like the old school prototype, like where he can't really move like that. And he literally came maybe it was the year after Brady left, Mac Jones got drafted.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm with you though. That is a lot of pressure. They've only had 2 quarterbacks. I think Brett Favre was there. What? 19?
It's been the last 30 years. They've had 2 quarterbacks.
They've had 2 quarterbacks in 30 years. Yeah, I feel it. I just
two Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Fact. I mean, but I'm going up after the GOAT.
I mean, I get it. What Belichick?
I just don't want you to be right. So I just don't want you to be right. That's all.
I know, wrong with it. We here for that.
Well, you took what I was about to say as far as Mac Jones, but I got one other question. You said it's 2 players that I was right about. So who the other one?
We gonna get to it later. We gonna get to it later.
This is why nobody like agreeing with you.
Keep going.
All right, man. We're gonna keep this shit moving, man. We're gonna keep this shit moving. And we're gonna go to 2 of the most storied franchises in the NFL. We're gonna go with the San Francisco 49ers going into Pittsburgh and really just punking the Pittsburgh Steelers from the jump. The Pittsburgh Steelers will not have a winning season this year. Kenny Pickett is not him, and they will not make the playoffs. Are these overrated? I mean, are these overreactions or are these not overreactions? And I'm going to start with Walt.
Thank you, because you know I'm a picky guy. The playoff thing up in the air, but one thing I know, 2 things I know for a fact. Kenny Pickett is not a scrub. We saw that. He's not a scrub. He's not a star, but he's not a scrub. Number 2, they're not going to finish with a losing record until Mike Tomlin shows me that they will. Okay. How many years again? Y'all tell me how many years it's been?
About 16. This is, I think, 17th year.
At the very worst, them boys going 9-8. Very worst, 9-8. Until Tomlin showed me that that's not happening, 9-8. Also, bro, if we go on roster or we going top to bottom, from owner to GM to coach to coaches to scout to everything, the Niners are the best team in the NFL. They are. The Chiefs happen to have Mahomes and Andy Reid, and that that's
Travis Kelce.
But from top to bottom,
and look like
watch the Niners go through 4 quarters. McCaffrey had to play quarterback at one point. So give credit to the Niners, but playoffs a little shaky for the Steelers, though. I ain't gonna lie. But they're not gonna have a losing record, and Kenny Pickett is not a scrub.
Do you have any reaction on the game? Like, anything you want to say about the game?
I'll say that only scoring 7 points is crazy. There's no defense in the NFL that should be holding another NFL offense to only 7. 17, I can understand. 7,
They punked them.
Yeah, 7.
They punked them.
No excuse for 7.
Let me go next. Let me hop on this.
That's all I got.
I agree with most of what you said. Kenny Pickett is not trash, even though the jury's still out. The jury's still out.
It's the second year. I agree.
The jury's still out, but I ain't prepared.
He potentially trash.
Yeah. He on trial. He on trial. He fight for my fucking life. He fight for his fucking life. He's on trial. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't. I don't feel him. I don't feel in my heart, and I don't feel like I've seen enough to say he's trash. The jury's out. Yeah, stupid.
AJ stupid. Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead. My bad.
The jury out on Kenny Pickett. The Steelers, and I had them making the playoffs. I don't after week 1. And maybe that's an overreaction on me because I had them making the playoffs. I no longer have Pittsburgh making the playoffs.
Oh no.
But as far as the losing record, I agree with everything you said. it's gonna take Tomlin to pack up and leave before they lose the fucking season. I gotta see it to fucking believe it.
Right.
He's had way worse teams than this and gutted that shit the fuck out. So I definitely don't believe that they're gonna have a losing season. I think the biggest issue, their biggest impediment was on display week 1 because they went against a dominant defensive line. That offensive line has been atrocious for years. And I love Tomlin and I love the Pittsburgh organization as a whole. But they have been working on this offensive line for so long with no real correction. So it was difficult for Kenny Pickett. He had pressure in his face all Sunday. Couldn't quite get his bearings underneath him, and they got pumped. I don't say that about Pittsburgh just tongue in cheek. They got pumped offensively and defensively. The 49ers came in there to Pittsburgh and punked them. I do not say that about the Steelers. From the opening fucking snap on offense and defense, 49ers were the more physical team. They looked like they wanted it more. They flew around the field. They didn't even, Kyle Shanahan didn't even have to get in his bag. Christian McCaffrey played straight halfback last Sunday. He didn't have to get creative because the offensive line was dominating that Pittsburgh defensive line. They were gassing them. Purdy had all day. And shout out to Brock Purdy. But the Pittsburgh defense was not good. They had 3 sacks, all generated by TJ fucking Watt. Outside of TJ Watt, none of them looked like they wanted to play. Minkah Fitzpatrick was getting beat on that back end. Patrick Peterson looked like he should have hung it up when Julio hung it up because he been retired, your bitch ass. And who the fuck else? All them like them niggas was not prepared, yo. Patrick Peterson look old.
Why you going that man like that though?
Man, Patrick Peterson look old as fuck out there trying to fucking guard Brandon Ayuk. He was dragging that man up and down that goddamn field. Man, he couldn't do shit with Ayuk. And they punked the Pittsburgh Steelers from the opening snap. So I give all the credit to Kyle Shanahan, the San Francisco 49ers, and Brock Purdy is 30, bro. He made this one play where he scrambled for the first down. He stuttered and faked the toss, and it. Brock Purdy. I was like, okay. So I give all the credit to the 49ers for being the more prepared team, the mentally tougher team, and the physically tougher team Sunday. They punked the Pittsburgh Steelers, but Pittsburgh will have a winning season either way it goes.
I agree with y'all saying. It's just looking like everything I picked a couple weeks ago is like about to come to fruition. The 49ers just going to here to go. Oh, we're going to talk about the Jets. You hold your horses. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. But right now, we should have my other pick. To get there. And we had the motherfucking 49ers. The 49ers, man, they played great. But go back to the overreacting shit. Just relax. Kenny Pickett, second year, not a good offensive line. Like we said, going up against the best team in football. Like that's
organization.
Like they just got it. They just got everything. They just got everything going. So it was good. It was but I like it for him though. This is why I think they're gonna be out because this is week 1 for them. Getting smacked in the mouth, week 1 early season. So this is like, all right, they're going to be going to practice with the much sense of urgency. And turn it back on. Now, what they do next week 2, it's going to be seen. But I think they're going to be all right. Purdy going to be all right. They ain't making the playoffs. I don't see them making the playoffs. But win the season, they get 9 games.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Tomlin going to hustle his way tonight. He really a hustler to his core. He going to hustle his way tonight, goddamn win.
And he going to use this loss to do it.
Nah, for sure.
Agreed.
So a couple of games that I have no overreaction to, we just gonna breeze through them real quick. The Buccaneers beat the Vikings.
Whatever.
You know what I'm saying? Buccaneers beat the Vikings. Jacksonville beat the Colts.
Calvin Ridley, boy.
Calvin Ridley's
all
back.
right. Number 0.
I would have loved to see him in black and red on
Why
Sunday.
did you trade him? Why do you
I
trade good football?
I would have loved to see him in
He was
black
getting
and red on
blazed,
Sunday.
and they were betting $1,500. He did off a $1,500 bet.
I would have let him sit here. His ass would have been in the
And brought his ass right back. Ain't no way I'm letting you go for that.
And I give him the number 0. What was Lorenzo talking about?
The Cardinals lost to the Commanders in Washington.
Guy, shout out to B-Enemy.
Yeah. They was decent. Sam
How
Howell.
much they put up?
The score was 20-16.
Okay, yeah, sound about right. I remember that score.
The Jaguars gutted one out against the Colts.
Shout out to AR. They get Jonathan Taylor back. I don't know.
Anthony Richardson looked good. It was one of them weird games, but Jacksonville gutted it out. They won 31-21. Shout out to my boy Trayvon. He got 7 tackles in a sack.
Shout out.
So you know what I'm saying. Let me see. Anything else that we not gonna overreact to? We just gonna touch on the Titans lost to the Saints by 1 point.
Undefeated. My Super Bowl pick undefeated right now.
That's it. If I took away anything from that game, I was confident in knowing they may win a division, but they damn sure ain't going no motherfucking Super Bowl. It's
Hold
cool.
on, now, Derek Carr looked all right though.
Of course,
I
don't really look good though. You know, really look good.
Did he look good?
Michael Thomas. I said, do you know who really look good? Michael Thomas looked all right. Chris Olave
look good.
I think Olave dropped that one though.
We know Olave is good.
I wasn't a fan of him coming out of Ohio State.
Derek Carr looked like the same old Derek Carr to me. The only reason they won is because Ryan Tannehill is ass like he was from the time they said stop being a wide receiver and start being a quarterback. Ryan Tannehill was terrible. That is if I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, I am so annoyed that we have wasted Derrick Henry's whole prime dealing with Ryan Tannehill
championship.
And Ryan Tannehill gave it a fucking way. Like they were beating the Bengals. They were beating the Bengals. 7 sacks. And Ryan Tannehill, what you say about who?
No, keep going.
Tannehill's ass. And that was an ugly game.
He got 2 behind him.
Tannehill's ass.
No trip.
Tannehill's tough. Tannehill. If I was a Titans fan, if this man has been my franchise quarterback for this long, and I'm a Tennessee Titans fan, I am pissed. We have wasted a generational running back who literally ran us deep into the playoffs time after time after time with a quarterback who is giving those games away.
Is he AP level yet? No, can't say that, can we?
I got a question.
Can we say that? Go ahead.
No, stop. No. But my question is, Jeremiah, based off your logic, now I'm not trying to start nothing. But based off what you just said, does that mean the Cowboys and Dak wasted Zeke?
Fucking right. Yeah.
Did you see what that nigga was doing?
I got what I needed. Next subject.
Fucking right. Absolutely. That was an ugly game. Saints pull it out by 1, 15-16. Now we get to the game that I took so much pleasure in. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say this now because this is probably the only time I'll be able to say this all season. The Las Vegas Raiders are number 1 in the AFC West. The Raiders.
Everybody else lost.
Everybody, the Chargers, the Chiefs, they beat the Broncos. The Las Vegas Raiders are the number 1 seed in the AFC West. Let me say that now before this take is very outdated. You know what I'm saying? But let me get into Sunday. That was a very satisfying game to watch because Russ was decent. I can't even call him trash. Russ was decent, but it was so ironic Because what was the story of last year's Broncos? If the offense could just score 17 points, they would be 11-5. Well, the same thing stands. They lost 16-17. If the offense could have scored 17 points, if Russell Wilson could have pulled out 17 points, he could have at least got the bitch to overtime. He could have at least got our panties down. He didn't even get the big win. Russell Wilson went out there and played mediocre as a fucking joker, and they fucked. And I was surprised. I thought if the Raiders won, it would be that defensive line getting there. Russ had time. They was able to run the ball decently. They couldn't generate no points, and it led to them losing. Shout out to the Raiders taking down the Broncos. And it was the Sean Payton Bowl. Sean Payton did everything he could to make that game about Sean Payton. What's Sean Payton's most famous play ever?
The onside
kick in the Super Bowl against Peyton Manning. The onside kick against AJ Boy. Peyton Manning. What did he come out Sunday and was the first thing he did? An onside kick against them, and they almost got it. You know what I'm saying? But Sean Payton, I think, made the game about himself as opposed to the team and run and deliver. I think that if they don't get on track soon, it'll get ugly quick.
Russ is gone. They're not letting Sean Payton.
They got too much bread invested in them. Who gonna take Russ right now with the money attached to Russell Wilson? Don't nobody want Russell Wilson in Sierra? All that money promised to them, and he out there playing like stir fry. That nigga out there playing like Chinese food, bro. Cheap as fuck. Hell nah. Hell, you pay that nigga to be prime real. He supposed to be Roof Chris. That nigga wings on Glenwood. He is not hitting. It's a $10 plate for Russell Wilson right now. 16 points. What the?
That shit be hit the spot.
Yeah, I can't even give him Glenwood wings. Nah, I can't even. Them bitches do be hitting.
Little crispy with them motherfuckers.
Little crispy motherfuckers, yeah. Add that lemon pepper on that bitch.
With the big drink, Walt. With the big drink. Yeah.
Shout out to the east side, baby. Glenwood in this bitch all day.
I don't have anything to add to that.
Me neither. Keep moving.
All right, we're gonna keep it moving. I just had to get my Russell Wilson shit off. I just had to get my Russell Wilson shit off. No overreaction. Rams winning to Seattle. I can make an overreaction though. Seattle will miss the playoffs and Geno Smith will regress. Is that an overreaction or not an overreaction?
Seattle missing the playoffs is
and Geno Smith regressing.
Seattle making the playoffs is not an overreaction. Geno regressing.
I said missing the playoffs.
I thought I said not make. Okay, well, them missing the playoffs is not an overreaction.
Okay.
Not. Geno regressing is an overreaction. He got a lot of weapons. Pete Carroll is Pete Carroll. They'll figure that shit out. Shout out to Matt Stafford though, with no Cooper Kupp, but that's all I got.
I think that's what I'm saying. I think it's more Matt Stafford. I think Stafford better.
Yeah, he bought out. He played.
Yeah, I like Stafford. Yeah, Stafford can ball. I can see both things. I think two right there in this situation. It like two things can be true. Geno can digress, and he could just prevail. The Seahawks can miss the playoffs, and it also can, and they can get conference. So two things in this situation can be true. I don't think I gotta see more before I give an opinion on it. That's about week 3. We'll know. I think the Rams. I think the Rams had something to prove though, because everybody had them written them off.
Rams had something to prove.
The Seahawks and Rams always play tough games with each other. So.
I don't think either of those things are overreaction. I think that the Seahawks are highly capable of missing the playoffs. That's not overreaction. And Geno can regress. And maybe not in a huge regression because I don't see him just falling completely off of what he did. But if you look at Geno's numbers last year, do I necessarily see him duplicating that? Even with the addition of Smith and Jigma, who's a hell of a wide receiver, can I still see Geno not hitting those benchmarks he set for himself? Potentially. So none of those things are overreaction. I can see both of them happening. I was surprised. I thought that Pete Carroll and Gino and them would have been prepared for that game. Gino just got that new contract this off season. You got him another weapon. They were building off of last season. So to let the Rams come in there and get them, I was surprised. But a healthy Aaron Donald is a motherfucker, boy. A healthy Aaron Donald is a motherfucker. You got week one AD. Like, that's the real AD. Can we quit referring to Anthony Davis as AD? It's disrespectful to the real AD. It's disrespectful to the real AD. That's the real fucking AD.
AD is AD.
Like, like a healthy Aaron Donald week one is dangerous. He got after it. But none of those things are overreactions. I'm gonna say that they both are right on. They're not overreaction. I can see the Seahawks missing the playoffs, and I can see Gino regressing from what he did last year in totality. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the night game, man. Before I get into some of the games that I'm more interested in, let's get into the Giants and Cowboys. Let's get into the Cowboys. I'm sorry, the Cowboys at Giants. It was a wash. Cowboys defense.
Good defense.
But the overreaction is the Cowboys are the best team in the NFC. Is that an overreaction or not an overreaction?
Overreaction.
Not an overreaction. I don't even like them bitches. But I picked them to go to the Super Bowl, and I'm riding with them. Not an overreaction. The Giants were overmatched from the opening coin toss. And Daniel Jones was Daniel Jones.
Shouldn't have got paid.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, don't say that man got a wife, man. He trying to pay for private school.
$40 million.
Right.
Then they restructured it before he even played a snap on that contract.
He shouldn't have got that money. No disrespect. I mean, he should get paid. He's going to NFL, but
yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm good on that though, because we didn't even see what the Cowboys offense can really do.
I'm glad you brought. Thank you, Walk, for bringing that up. Thank you for bringing that up.
Jets next week, so we gonna see.
Thank you for bringing that up. The Jets are gonna force their offense to have to work
to pass.
Unless that defense is that dominant, they feast on that mediocre offensive line from the Jets and Zach Wilson, and they keep Dak from having to do too much, which is highly possible. It's highly possible.
All right, we'll see.
We're gonna see. We too. We're gonna see. We're gonna slide out of that, man. We're gonna stay in the division. The Philadelphia Eagles went to New England Patriots. Mac Jones got off to an ugly start, came on strong late, but the Patriots still lost 25-20. The overreaction is the Philadelphia Eagles will fail to reach the NFC Championship game. They will have a Super Bowl hangover. Is that an overreaction or not overreaction?
It's a fact. You don't lose 7 starters and go back. Period. And shout out to Mac Jones. That nigga looked great in the second half with we don't even know who his wide receiver 1 is. Yeah, I'm getting my shit off. I'm getting my shit off. That man looked good. And that page. Why is it that regardless of who Bill Belichick has on defense, they play well? Like, they play well.
Defensive genius. That's why. They
play well. Devontae had a good game. I don't remember what type of game AJ had. Jalen, what's his name? Jalen Hurts. He was all right. He did make one mistake. Remember.
I had him on fantasy. My bad. I had him on fantasy. 7 points. 7 points.
I don't think that's an overreaction, bro. Teams don't go to the Super Bowl back to back.
Unless
not KC. A lot of the time. If you Brady, you do. So
Mahomes.
I don't think that's an overreaction. I think the Saints are going to the Super Bowl this year. That's who I picked. And my prediction is 1-0. So, all right, moving
This is gonna be a fun ass season. This is gonna be fun as fuck. AJ, what say you, man? Eagles Patriots, real quick. What you got?
I can see them not winning or making it. I got 49ers winning that. I can see either the Cowboys, them playing 49ers either playing the Cowboys or Eagles. So I don't have them win the Super Bowl. I don't think they go back to that. But I think they fine. I think I won't put too much stock into that game. It's a good match for the week one.
Yeah.
I think Belichick
Was ready.
Yeah. So I think Belichick is a better team than it was last year. And I just think that's just what it was. It was a good game they had to win, and they won. But I wouldn't put too much in. I still think they're in the top 3 teams in that conference.
I feel like it's not an overreaction because I do feel like there will be some Super Bowl hangover. I don't think they're going back to the NFC Championship game, so I will say that it's not an overreaction. But I don't take that from Sunday. I think Sunday they just couldn't get their bearings underneath them. They played a Belichick who had the Eagles on their mind all season. It was raining. It was Tom Brady day. Like Brady came out like it was a lot. Yeah, Brady came out there at halftime and gave his speech. Like it was the Tom Brady day. It was raining. It was a lot going on in New England, and they just couldn't get in rhythm all game. And the New England defense was prepared. So I don't take much from Sunday, but I don't think it's overreaction because I do think that they will falter in comparison to where they were last year. That defense, I don't think is good. Is as good. I have to see more of Jalen Carter. The offensive line is starting to look a little old. They've been old for a while, but they might have showed it against the Patriots, who has a good defensive line. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But good win by at least gutting it out. But Mac Jones almost came back and snaked it from their ass. If that pass wasn't out of bounds, they'd have been fucked. So shout out to them for at least pulling it out.
How many more games we got? God damn.
We're gonna get into the last 2, man. We're gonna get into, my opinion, the most exciting game of the weekend. You had the Miami Dolphins going into the LA Chargers. I called this when we did the last episode. I thought this would be the game of the week. And if you like offense, this was the game to watch. Shout out to Tua. Shout out to all them boys for getting active. The Chargers poured it out 36-34 in LA. The overreaction is this Chargers defense is not worth the money they're being paid. And I'm gonna say it's not an overreaction. I'm gonna ask y'all how y'all feel. Shout out to the game though. Tua was great. Tyreek Hill is uncoverable. And I don't know what it is with Herbert in big games, but he better stop being allergic to him. Who on the next? But it's not an overreaction. This defense is not worth the money they're being paid. Who won?
I'll go.
Yeah, you the Chargers guy.
I'll go. Is they worth the money they're being paid? I think they'd be all right. I think the jury's still out on that. This is the second player, in my opinion, that Jeremiah he beat me over the head with, and he say his number one receiver in NFL. I respected it, but I never gave it to him.
I have been saying it for a while.
Tyreek Hill is the best receiver in the NFL. That speed, he's just too fast, bro. Like he's too fast. He's just fast. And one thing you can't do is teach speed. I don't give a fuck how hard you try to teach it. You just can't coach speed. And that man, that speed with them hands, and he know what the fuck he doing. Like, so I'm not gonna say they not worth the money. I think Miami got something special in that offense with Tua slinging that bitch. You got Waddle. You got the best receiver in the league. You got the head coach. I like his courage. I like his guts. He gonna really play them. He gonna design it for them boys to get in space and for them to make plays. Yeah, the Dolphins gonna be all right. So I don't think it's overreacting. I mean, I don't think it's overreacting far wise. I'm not gonna call it overreacting far wise the Chargers defense. I just think the offense is that good, and this is where I'm gonna talk about the next team we're gonna talk about. But that's my take.
Go ahead, Will. I want to say something, but go ahead.
I know you want to say something.
Go ahead. Get back to him then. Go ahead.
You got 5
No, it
minutes.
ain't even in response to that,
5
man.
minutes.
I really just wanted to shout out the Dolphins, man. Like Mike McDaniels, I've been a fan of his for a long time, man. I've been singing bro praise for a while. I like coaches that you can see the effect of them on the field. You can see him coaching that shit through like that the play against the Chargers where they got the field goal, he called the timeout to stop the clock and was able to get the ball back. He called the plays to get them down there to get that field goal before half. They won by 2 points. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I love Mike McDaniel's play calling, his aggressiveness, and as an organization, I appreciate them because so many organizations take players and they don't do the thing or put the people around them that made them great. Tua is great when he has great weapons. When he was in Alabama, he had Jalen Waddle, he had Henry Ruggs, he had Devontae Smith, he had all of these guys. You know what I'm saying? And when the pieces are around Tua, Tua can cook up. And I'm appreciative of them for putting the pieces around them and showing them what it can be. That play caller with them weapons, with Raheem Mostert, who is probably the fastest starting running back in the NFL. You got the fastest wide receiver, arguably the fastest number two, and they both catching, not afraid to hit. And I thought the tight end wouldn't be as good as Gesicki. He looked better than Gesicki. Like
They gonna be.
I like what they doing in Miami, man.
Miami gonna be all right.
I like what they doing in Miami, man. I
What the fuck was
really,
that?
really do. Go ahead, Walt.
All right, so I actually do not think it's an overreaction. The only part that sucks is J.C. Jackson was hurt, so we need to see.
When did he get hurt?
He got hurt last year.
Oh, he was here as a healthy Sunday. His feelings was hurt. Tyreek got his
So I want
feelings.
to see, how he'll come back and adjust, but I don't think it's an overreaction. When you spend that much money, you need the deposits ASAP. Like Jesse Bates with the Falcons, but that's neither here nor there. Also, since we all been patting ourselves on the back, if y'all go back to that one episode we did with the best receivers, I had Tyreek Hill at number 2 for me. So yeah, I don't know where you had him, AJ, but if he was anything outside of your top 2, you was tripping.
I hate him. He wasn't in my top 2.
Yeah. Tyreek is like, and he can run the whole tree. Like everybody's so obsessed with thinking
everything.
He can run deep and Mahomes would throw it 60. I'm like, no, he can run the whole
everything.
Tree, the whole
he can run, he take a slant,
and he can run it from the outside and the inside. Like it's not just like he's when you see a small receiver's automatically slot. But anyways, I'm gonna say this about Herbert. They gotta let Staley go.
Staley gotta go,
bro.
Talk about it, Walt. Staley gotta go.
He not doing Herbert. No, now the playoff game being up 27-0, Herbert got to figure that out. But it's like he's back at Oregon. It's like, I got weapons, I got this, but y'all are just not putting me in positions to win.
You want to know why, though?
Everything Herbert does, Herbert be doing on his own, bro. Herbert be doing all of that shit on his own. I know you like to hear that, AJ. So, but it's a fact. It's a fact. Like, bro,
but he should have been. He should have been lost his job.
If you put Herbert with the Niners, Herbert is a top 3 quarterback. Only people I can say better are Mahomes and Burrow. Hell, if you put Burrow in with the 49ers, hell, if you put anybody.
Now, if you put Herbert with the 49ers, I might say better than Burrow.
But they're not doing Herbert no favors, bro. And Mike Williams already hurt. I told y'all last week, Quentin Johnston. Mike Williams already hurt, bro. Yeah. He's already hurt.
Man, my thing with Staley, man, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because we can't let Staley slide. Staley, the thing with these teams, whatever the head coach is, however you got the job, that unit has to be strong. Mike McDaniels got the job in Miami, and that offense is strong. Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan, Arthur Smith, whatever your call, Robert Saleh in New York, that defense is strong. We don't have a quarterback, but the defense, whatever you got the job doing, that team has to be proficient in that area.
At that,
you know what I'm saying? And that defense has come up short with all of the names, with all of the talent. That defense has never lived up to having a defensive head coach. And it showed offense, these young quarterbacks, the ones that shine, have offensive minded head coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's what's fucking up Josh Allen right now. He missing Brian Daboll. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And Daboll missing his ass.
Oh, are we
yeah.
getting into that?
You say what?
Are we getting into that?
The Jets game. I've been waiting on this nigga.
Let's get it. Let's get it. So I'm say it too because I didn't get a chance to. It's not an overreaction. That defense is overpaid. Khalil Mack got old quick. Them injuries took a toll on him. Joey Bosa, you not the best Bosa in the family. Derwin, you nice, but I seen Waddle. You couldn't catch Waddle. I respect it. And J.C. Jackson, you got 160 yards and 1 touchdown put up on you. Playing man on Tyreek Hill like a fool. So we're gonna move along, man. We're gonna get into the Monday night game. This was the most anticipated game of the week. It's September 11th. We in New York City. We got Aaron Rodgers running out with the fucking American flag. I almost fucking sang the Star Spangled Banner. They had everything going, nigga. It was a fucking show. It was a show, nigga. They put on for the USA. They put on for the USA, nigga. I was like, oh man, yeah. I pledge allegiance to the flag, all that shit. So the night got started off real beautiful. The Stars was in attendance at New York City. Monday Night Football. And the fourth play of the game, Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles. It took the air out of the building. You know what I'm saying? It took the air out of the living room of everybody sitting at home. Aaron Rodgers, 4 plays in, took the air out of the building. He tore his Achilles. The Jets still gutted out a big win. The overreaction is the Jets will fall back to being bottom of the barrel without Aaron Rodgers.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Is that an overreaction?
Man, that's the most craziest shit I heard all year, nigga. Like, stop it. Look, beginning of the season, beginning of the season, Walt said he believed that the New York Giants was hype. That even with Aaron Rodgers, that they will not be what we think they will be. And last night showed that was the absolute craziest shit to think. Because
your cap.
If Aaron shouldn't me, anybody that watched that game knew if Aaron Rodgers was still on that day, he 100% had Aaron Rodgers, it's taking that team places, fool. That team won on all phases of the game. Zach Wilson came in, granted, he was better, but he's not it. I can say that.
Hold on, AJ. We over an hour. Do you want to cut it and do a part 2?
We've been 2 minus overtime anyway.
All right, let's get it.
Good. So, baby, it's still going. Zach Wilson. I'm not saying he's the guy, but he's best for what they got right now. You see what I'm saying? Like, he cool, but that defense, man. That defense
real.
Garrett fucking Wilson. I have not got excited for a catch like that in so fucking long.
Catch of the year so far.
He caught that motherfucker. Like man, he showed that Stephon Diggs on this field, I'm on this bitch too. Like he showed, and it on a small sample size. I don't think I was mad about with them, they play a little too safe. I would like to take one more shot in the end zone before kicking that field goal, but they kick the field goal. Let's get to Reed. Your boy Reed, if they would have scored or lost that game overtime, it'd been Reed. They'd put that game on Reed's head. Because Stephon Diggs caught 3 out of 4 passes on him to get that field goal range. But
he had to get off Sauce.
Cool.
I would have liked to see Sauce travel, but I ain't mean cut y'all.
No. Here's why. He won the game. He stopped. That was him. in that overtime on the fourth down, that's short memory. He came overtime. He gave more life. Cool. Bet. I'm gonna show you where I'm still at. He went and started on fourth down. It took for them to get the goddamn punt return for them to just win the game. He won the game, but he didn't win the game for them. But that defensive play, him having short memory, and then for them to trust him still. Cause they could have easily said, "Nah, dog, let Sauce take care of him." But they did. They still trusted him. So they go to show you the mental toughness in that defense. And like I said, they won all 4 phases. They won all 3 phases of the game. And it was tough seeing Aaron Rodgers go out. Like I had the Jets going big numbers, and it was like, damn, the Jets would have kept that man healthy. Man, goddamn.
Very disappointing.
And fuck with Josh Allen. Josh Allen is ass.
We're gonna get on Josh Allen. Hold on, we're gonna get on Josh Allen. Let's keep it on the Jets right now. We're gonna get on Josh Allen.
Can I go next, please?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's keep it on the Jets. We're gonna get on Josh Allen.
AJ, first of all, because AJ came at me, so I want to say why AJ is capped.
Let's go. I love it.
They were gonna do
I didn't
big
come
things.
out you.
No. I'm gonna finish now. They were gonna do big things, right? With no Aaron Rodgers. I mean, with Aaron Rodgers, right? You saw 4 plays in them with Aaron Rodgers, and 3 of them, Aaron Rodgers was on his ass. 3 of those plays, he was on his ass. When we talked about the Ravens, you said it's just 1 week. So why do you have so much faith in the Jets? It was only 1 week.
Because they got my answer. They got it done
too. So what do you mean when we say it's only 1 week? Does it work for some teams and not others? I'm just asking.
Are you gonna let me finish, or are you gonna? It's rhetorical.
I was trying to finish. You can answer now.
Okay, now go ahead. Finish your point.
Well, I'm finished now. Actually, let me make sure I'm being clear.
Okay.
Does it only being 1 week work for some teams, or is it every team? Did everybody just play week 1, or some teams play 3, 4? Like, how does that go?
It goes like this. It depends. It's case by case basis. To be talking about the offense of Lamar Jackson, new offense, no preseason. Yes, it's just week 1. When we talk about the Jets, that anticipation, the highly anticipation game against the opponents, they lost. They are big guys. If you watch Hard Knocks, you know that everybody in the fucking organization knew Aaron Rodgers is our man. When they say the big guy, I watched it. When they say the big guy, when they say the big guy was playing fucking preseason, everybody knew we talking about Aaron Rodgers. Everybody, the whole city was behind that shit. And for them to lose that, and the rally is still prevail against a team that's supposed to be one of them teams, probably the best team in that tough as the conference.
I don't have no issue with that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I believe that they are who we thought they were going to be. That's my opinion. That's why I said what I said. Referring to your week 1 question.
That's it. You got it done.
I'm always on you. Yeah, he's seen that shit. Yeah, everybody gonna go crazy.
I could tell by the 4 plays he played. How many yards did he have after those 4 plays? Like, I'm so confused. He was on his ass all of those plays. Why are we acting like the Bills didn't fumble this game? Why are we acting like that?
We're gonna get on the Bills. We're gonna get on the Bills. We're gonna get on Josh Allen.
We're gonna get on my boy.
I don't feel like it's an overreaction to answer the initial question. I do feel like the Bills are about to falter. They have a very tough schedule coming up that I think it was going to take Aaron Rodgers and his defense to build them out of. And I do think they will fall victim to the Cowboys next week. The Chiefs coming up. A lot of these tough games that they about to be facing. Then they got Miami. Then they got I do think that it was going then they got to go. Then they got to see the Bills again. Then they got Miami again. Then they got the Patriots. Then they got the Patriots again. So then they got a
bottom of the barrel. I'm not gonna put them in the bottom of the barrel. Like,
bottom of the barrel to me is out of playoff. Bottom of the barrel to me is out of playoff contention. You know how it might be? It'd be like the wild cards. They'd be like in the hunt. They'll be low in the hunt, but out of playoff contention. I do feel that way.
I agree.
I thought Bottom Bear was got in the Colts. Bottom Bear was Texans. But if you saying that, I agree with that.
Like teams that pick top 5 to you.
Yeah, I think that's bottom of the barrel. Yeah,
I tend to agree more with Jeremiah. Like them teams where it's like week 14 and you already out the playoff shit, or you like at the bottom where you need so much shit to happen.
Right.
You just in a bad division, bro. You out. But the Jets, they're in the great division. They're gonna be out.
I feel that way without Aaron Rodgers. I have to now change my MVP pick. I had Aaron Rodgers as MVP of the fucking, and that was me going out on the limb, not going with who we all know I want to go with. I went with the narrative because narratives tell stories, and the Hard Knocks narrative, the Aaron Rodgers to New York narrative, I thought was coming on strong, and I thought Aaron Rodgers gonna cook up. I ain't gonna even lie to you. I thought he was gonna have a good season, even with this mediocre offensive line. I thought Aaron Rodgers gonna cook up. I get that he was rushed the first 4 plays of the season, but I thought that Aaron Rodgers gonna figure that shit out and win some of these big games. I thought he would win some of these big games coming up, and that would lead to the narrative. They would have won last night with Aaron Rodgers. Luckily, they won regardless. You know what I'm saying? But I thought beating Buffalo opening Monday night, beating Dallas on the second week, giving the Chiefs a game, beating Miami.
They still gonna beat them.
We're gonna get into that. But I just, narratives make stories. So I thought Aaron Rodgers gonna have a great game. I like this defense. I really like this defense. This defense is really good. But this defense isn't what they think they are. This defense think they Legion of Boom. This defense think they 85 Bears. This defense think they are a historic defense, and I don't feel that way. I think this is a really damn good defense. It's not good enough to overcome a Zach Wilson. If a defense that's really good enough to overcome a Zach Wilson, last night's game doesn't go into overtime. They don't let Josh Allen get down that field to get there. But this is the level. This is the level that has to be compared to. They came out there in a press conference saying we want to be Legion of Boom. We think we can be 85 Bears.
They're not.
So they compared themselves with the upper echelon of defenses. So I'm going to treat them like they compare themselves with the upper echelon of defenses. This defense is really good.
Why? I said one question. Why do you feel that they're not as good as they think they are?
Why do I feel like that? The team, do you think they're in comparison to the defense?
I'm asking you. You sound confident they are not. I'm asking why.
No. This defense is really, really good. Historic, I don't think that. I could be wrong, but right now, week 1, how I feel.
You don't know
forward, why. Just like you don't know why they would be great. It's all conjecture. We all giving our opinion. I don't feel like they have. I don't feel like they have the talent or the stops. Like I said, if you historic like that Monday night, it don't go to overtime. You get why was he able to pick on DJ Reed and go all the way down the field? I'm just comparing them to the historic level they actually be compared to.
Browner got picked on too.
Thank you, bro. Everybody, I just said and told you how he got picked on and won in the game. He won in the game. He made that fourth down stop on Stephon Diggs. And that goes to show about how bad Josh Allen had to step his shit up. Just Stephon Diggs is the truth, bro. Only thing Stephon, we ain't on the Bills right now. So that's my whole thing.
Take it there, man.
You can't take that. You can't take that one drive and say, "Oh no, that's probably they can't." Now that was a fucking a lesser talent receiver. All right, cool. But that's one of the best. That's top 5. Stephon Diggs is really like that. He's really a great receiver, bro. He's really like that. And I believe, and they show I read. Like I said, the defense. They still believe in themselves to the point that if they would have switched, I'd be like, yeah, Jeremiah's right. But the fact said, no, we are who we say we are. Go win it. Go stop them. And he did that. They forced the punt for them to win the game. So if I said, I don't see why you can say they can't. Now, and if you want to say they need more time, cool. But they can't.
That's where I was going.
You
To be historical.
Hold on, no, because it be little words that AJ be missing screwing that change whole argument. I never said they can't. I said I don't think they are. Could they turn into that? Sure. I never said they can't. It be the little. It's the little words with this nigga that change whole argument.
You said that in your opinion they can't be. They're not historic, right?
I said,
and I said my opinion. I disagree.
I never said can. But fuck it. I said I didn't say can, but nah, fuck it. Nah, fuck it. It's just a line in the sand now. Fuck that shit. Nah, they can't. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. Nah, it ain't what it is. Nah, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
Nah,
fuck that shit.
Stand on business.
Fuck that shit.
And I disagree. No boy showed you. Got me.
All right, and they can't.
You wrong.
Ain't nigga. Fuck it, nigga.
Well, I think I agree with. Well, I guess AJ, you kind of said it too, but I agree with Jeremiah that it's impossible to say that they are right now. But Brandon Browner definitely got picked on.
Cam Chancellor got Maxwell. That's what I'm saying.
However, I'll give the Jets one thing. They were y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about Josh Allen, but the man is an elite quarterback. He is an elite quarterback.
Who?
Stephon Diggs is an elite wide receiver. Like they were playing, they do have a solid offensive line.
A super contender team.
Yeah. Oh, now they contenders. Okay.
Okay.
They were
contenders.
Let me finish, AJ. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
See how I like rile this nigga up just a little bit. All right, so I'm done. But I agree with I'm more on Jeremiah's side though with his first part of his statement. Like they're not right now. Like, are they the Legion of Boom? Or, first of all, to be the Legion of Boom or the Bears, but you got to win the Super Bowl, and you have to win the Super Bowl on y'all's back. Like Marshawn Lynch,
great in position.
He played great in the playoffs. Russell Wilson had an efficient season and efficient playoffs, but
he was solid.
The first play of that Super Bowl was the safety.
Yep.
How many pick sixes did they have? How many forced fumbles? So I'm not finna say that the Jets are that until I see it. And I didn't see it. I saw a lot of potential last night. I saw
a damn good defense.
I watched a lot of games this weekend, and I'm confident in saying this, that the Jets were the best defense that I saw this weekend.
Facts.
However, the Giants suck. I can't say the Cowboys. That's
why I agree, because of the level of difficulty. Yeah, like, they played the Bills and they played the Giants. Like they actually, I just already said it's a damn good defense, but to do what they claim they want to do, they have to be historical. And for me to believe they're historical, I don't believe that right now. I gotta see it. They can make me a believer, but no, I gotta see it. Looking at this defense, I don't think they fucking historical.
Yeah, I don't see like the defensive line is good, but when you think about that Seahawks defensive line.
And the line plus secondary. We talk about
the linebackers are like.
We talk about Hall of Fame linebackers.
So that D line ain't raw.
Yes, nasty. But that's not the best defensive line in the league. They're not the best defensive line in the league.
We talking about Cliff Avril, Michael Bennett,
AJ, bro.
No, they don't. I heard y'all talk. They don't have to be the best defensive line in the league for them to be historical great defense.
Bro, the Seahawks were the best at every level. Maybe not linebacker. San Francisco probably had linebacker. San Francisco probably had linebacker.
That's just because they had two. That's just because they had two. They had a Hall of Famer still.
They don't have the Jets don't have the best secondary.
No, I agree. I'm talking about I'm
talking to AJ.
Oh,
y'all breaking down individual position groups. I'm saying as a whole. They showed you, I believe, them guys can pull it out. They can be an historical.
Oh, you're saying that they can? Oh, okay. I think they can too.
I disagree. I
just haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm saying Jeremiah said that he don't believe they can.
You forced him to say that. No,
I didn't force him.
I don't like this nigga, bro.
He said I don't see it. Right or wrong?
I mean, that's fair though. It was one game. It's fair to say that he don't see it.
Fuck that shit. It's all good. Fuck that shit.
How do you watch that game can't see how they can be. I don't see.
Because it's one game.
Okay,
Okay,
we
AJ,
about to get into why I can't feel that way. We're about to get into it right now. Let's get into the Buffalo Bills. Let's get into Josh Allen. Let's get into Josh Allen. That's why I don't fucking know. Cause go ahead, Walt. My bad.
I got one more thing. Hey, I don't see Lamar Jackson being better than he was this week.
Oh, that's a statement. Oh no, you can't just say no shit like that. We just breeze past that shit. Hold on. This is the best it gets for Lamar Jackson this year?
Yeah, this week.
Oh, well, hold on, because I just want you to say it again, because we gonna have to clip this. This guy go on social media like ASAP.
I'm just trolling.
I'm not going for that.
Okay.
I don't like how AJ is picking and choosing.
I'm not about to go for that, bro. No.
All right, bet. All right, go ahead. You done? I don't like
AJ definitely picking and choosing, but I expected nothing less.
Certain things can be 1 week, but certain things can't be. I don't get it.
Who said you again? You keep saying that, and I keep telling you and breaking that shit down on why you keep saying you wrong for saying that. Again, only thing he said was I don't see it, and I'm saying I disagree. I see how they can be historic. That's all I'm saying. Based on what we seen in week 1, like he going what he seen week 1, we both saying the same shit. We on opposite side coins of the equation.
And then you're about to tell us how you feel about Josh Allen, and then I'm gonna say, well, how do you feel that way about the Jets if you feel this way about Josh Allen? But go ahead, we can get it to
no, tell me. No. I want to tell me how I feel about Josh Allen.
Yes, thank you.
Tell me how I feel about Josh Allen.
You want to start the question, or can I get into it?
Go ahead. I'm all ears.
Hold on, man. Let me pop the question out properly, man, for the viewers, man. Shout out to the folks, man. Listen, the Jets pulled the game out. It was beautiful to see. Gibson returned the punt all the way back. If you watch Hard Knocks, it was a great story. He was somebody who didn't even think he would make the team and ended up having the game-winning touchdown Monday Night Football. It was a beautiful scene last night. So, with that being said, Josh Allen was horrible. 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and the ugliest, stupidest fumble all year. Go ahead, AJ. Josh Allen.
I want Walker to tell me how I feel about
did the Jets win the game, or did Josh Allen get a game away?
AJ,
and tell me why.
You think Josh Allen is a turnover machine, and you think he's overrated? It's on camera. It's in text messages. Everything. You can deny it if you want to. I can prove that that's not true. That's how you feel about Josh Allen. So you can go ahead now.
Okay, now tell me why, because I seen in week 1 that ain't true no more.
Huh?
You said I'm going. You said I said it already, but I got so it ain't. I'm not going week 1, right? Or wrong? I believe that before week 1.
That's fine. Okay.
All right, cool. Go ahead.
All right. My thing with you would be, you give Tua praise, you give Herbert praise. So sure, Josh Allen turns the ball over. Why has he been further than both of them?
I gave who? I praised Herbert?
Tua. You praised Tua and Herbert religiously. AJ. Let me finish. You want to hop in. You gave me the floor. You praised those 2 quarterbacks religiously. Josh Allen has been further than both of them. I've never seen Josh Allen be up 27-0 and lose. So what does his turnovers matter?
You're done?
Okay. Do I need to keep going?
No,
you praise Lamar.
You got the floor.
You praise Lamar. Lamar's my guy too. Lamar ain't been no further than Josh Allen has been.
You lost to Josh Allen in the playoffs.
I'm just asking a question, like. Oh, you can go now. You can. So yeah, it was 1 week, but Herbert also only played 1 week. Tua only played 1 week, but as a whole, Josh Allen's been further than those guys. So why do you praise them so much? And I know you're a fan of winning.
Are we done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I never praised Herbert. I like Herbert. You never said Herbert. I never said Herbert top 5 quarterback. I never praised Herbert. Now, if you want to praise Lamar, yes. Never praised
we all
Herbert.
do.
Correct. Okay, exactly. So, you hollering about what he did 3 years ago. Right or wrong?
3 years ago. Why are you saying? Why I'm not sure.
No, because you said 3
I'm not sure why you said 3.
Okay.
I didn't say anything about 3. I said overall, he has done more than the 2 quarters. And I don't know why you're saying you don't. We can literally go to the preseason episode from last year, and you were praising Herbert. You put Herbert in the Super Bowl. Herbert was up 27-0 in a playoff game and lost.
I tell you that. I changed that way before the season. That shit get off. Anyway, you talk too much.
But regardless, you were praising.
No. Okay, cool. You sat here and said he went further than any one of them. That's why I'm going back 3 years ago, because you said something about 3 years ago. So what I'm saying is
3 years ago, AJ. I don't know.
How far back was it? How far back was it?
That was in the 2022 playoffs?
No, it wasn't. When they did a comeback, when he lost to Pat Mahomes, that was
AJ, that was January 2022.
I disagree. I gotta go back and look at the Carfax. Anyway, like I said, he ain't that good. He's not that good. Like he can.
I know, but Herbert and Tua are.
I listen to you talk. You talk
not
for
really.
hours. Okay,
not really.
Cool. All right, cool. What I'm saying is, I've seen him play. Last year, I had him in my fantasy team, and I said it over and over and over. He played. Damn, he plays. So he plays well, but when it gets to crunch time, he turns the ball over. I've been saying it forever. In this damn game, in the group message, you said it. I text when he threw that dumbass pick. I said, there you go, the dumbass pick. You turned around and say, damn, AJ, he been playing. He had good passes and good runs. I came back and said, what? I know he can play. He do dumb shit like this. He kept doing dumb shit like this. And I'm going to go a step further, and I'm going to get on, and I agree with Michael Irvin when he said, well, Stephon Diggs them. His confidence is dwindling. He don't have that same swagger. And them folks keep coming to him and getting in his face and shit like that. That is fucking even more. That's why if you look at it, if he settled down on that last drive with Diggs, he locked in, he got this shit moving. But when it comes to getting far, I don't believe in the future he would ever get far Joe Burrow ever again. Especially the coaching staff he got right now. That's not going to happen. I think he reached the highest he will reach based upon what we're seeing right now. He turns the ball over, and when it's time to get crunch time, time to go play, he is doomed. He is not the guy to make the play. You are not going to get far with that. He's getting praise off a fucking loss. Not a win, a loss.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So I'm not going for week 1. Josh Allen he's good, but to me, I'm not putting him elite. He dropped out of elite status. He's not elite.
Because of what?
Because his turnovers, the dumb shit he does. He do dumb shit. He make dumb ass passes, and that's not gonna win. Goddamn Super Bowl.
Obviously not. So is that?
So
the
that's
same
what I got.
Is that the same?
He's not as good.
Is that
he's not that good.
Okay. Well, never mind. I guess I can't question AJ. I guess you can go ahead, Jeremiah. I guess AJ said enough.
He's not that good.
When you show somebody they contradicting themselves, they just start talking.
He's not that good. Like, 15 contradict shit. I've been saying he ain't that good.
All right, let me know when you're done. You done now? All right, bet. So
I know I'm feeling good. Y'all niggas
Herbert do what Josh Allen has done, and then we could be done with that. Then we could be done with that conversation. All right, you go ahead, Jeremiah. Hey, did you say Josh Allen beat Lamar? But go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
To Lamar's credit, he did get hurt in that game. To Lamar's credit, he did get hurt in that game.
Yeah, Lamar's everybody. AJ didn't mention that because he didn't know it. But anyways, Lamar's everybody guy. I just don't like how this guy gets this, but this guy doesn't get that. I don't get it. It'd be the same thing.
No, it's not what you
go ahead, Jeremiah. I'm listening.
Nobody sitting here saying I'm still talking right now. So what I'm saying is he's not going to get that far.
That's that, man.
He ain't going to get that far. I bet you is, John.
And Lamar, Tua, and Herbert have never gotten that far.
Wait a minute. Hold on. AJ, let me make sure I got you right.
Never gotten that far.
So you saying Josh Allen ain't going to get that far. So you have very.
He's not going to get that far again.
Hold on, because I'm building some questions.
I got one more.
Let him talk.
Go ahead, Walt. Y'all got it.
Let me.
Let Walt talk.
You do not talk for all three of us.
Let Walt talk.
I got one more thing as far as AJ saying what he's saying, and I'm a Lamar fan too. But can we not act like we didn't watch? Didn't Tannehill walk into Baltimore and beat Lamar? Lamar's MVP season in the playoffs. Did he do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I'm listening. I'm gonna mute myself now. I don't think I have anything else to say. And again, Lamar's my guy. All four of those guys are good.
You still want to talk?
I don't like how AJ does this.
I ain't doing
niggas
shit.
get this,
I've
certain
been
niggas
saying
get
the
this.
same thing. I've been consistent with Josh Allen since the beginning.
You
Since
not.
last year, I've been saying the same shit. He's not as good, bro. He's not get that job done. And yeah, I would trust Lamar. I would trust Lamar over him. I would trust a Burrow over him. If Tua, a healthy Tua, I would trust over him. Yes, I'm still standing on that shit. Yes.
Burrow, I'm with you. Tua,
all them guys, yes. If Tua healthy with that team, you don't think he beat Dolphins with that team?
You said with that
but
team, that's the key word. With that team, what are you talking about?
If he's a quarterback of that team, you talking about Josh Allen with the Buffalo Bills? What? Now we gonna change it? Oh, now you doing this. What are you talking about? That's the team.
What are you, bro? If you put Burrow, if you put Josh Allen on the fucking Dolphins, what you think gonna happen?
What I seen. This team, where are the Bills? They beat the what's name?
They've been good, bro. They've been good. Now last year they did lose to the Bengals because of him. I got no issue with that. They definitely lost because of Josh Allen. A lot to do with Burrow.
They almost lost to Miami Thursday quarter because of fucking Josh Allen. You just said they lost to the fucking Jets without fucking Aaron.
All right, AJ. Okay.
No,
fair.
Exactly.
AJ, fair.
Exactly.
Fair. And this is what I'm gonna say to you. Sorry, Jeremiah. Sorry. This is what I'm gonna say to you.
Stop
Herbert.
Bro,
The Chargers lost to the Jags because of Herbert. Lamar them lost to fucking Ryan Tannehill because of Lamar. Like every quarterback has been through that. But you like to pick and choose which quarterback it matters for.
I don't.
That's what you're doing now. I'd rather just be like, I don't like Josh Allen to end it right there.
No, I do like Josh Allen. He can play. He's not supposed to make them dumbass plays. He has the first down.
Nobody disagree with that.
You overthrow to a deep third with a safety, and he double covered.
But that's the same defense you giving all this credit to. This is the same defense you want to build up,
You said to say what?
But now I'm just saying.
They did a job. Like what you mean? Oh, he supposed to drop the pick.
Fair. That is fair.
He didn't drop it. What are you talking about the defense for?
The same defense that you were just giving credit for their performance on Monday night, you're killing the quarterback. So my whole point is for you to put so much stock in their performance on Monday night that you feel like they could be historic and try to act like my questioning that was preposterous, and then you're sitting here frying the quarterback for overthrows and turnovers and not being him, and you talk about all these guys you'll put over him. That don't diminish that performance you at all. You don't feel like Josh Allen gave that game away to that defense more than they went and took it? Now, shout out to that defense for being good, but you don't feel,
great.
You obviously feel like Josh Allen gave that game away, though.
Two things can be true.
Two things can be true.
I ain't gonna lie. I agree with that because that's how I feel about Jesse Bates' picks. They were bad decisions, but I don't want him to drop it.
Two things can be true.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that, but you're still wrong.
Man, we're gonna slide out of that, man. All I gotta say is, damn, A-Rod. I was gonna fry Josh Allen, but y'all begging for him. Just y'all got it. Y'all got it.
Man, I'm trying to figure out what he see that's so great in this nigga. Like, no, that nigga ain't that great.
The same thing that you see that's great in the other three quarterbacks I talked about. All the great things they've done. Lamar got an MVP though, so shout out to that MVP for sure. But same thing that you see in Tua and Herbert.
Tua got. I would say I'm trying to be. I don't know. I never really praised Tua. I'm not Herbert. I follow the Chargers. Please rest about Tua. What do you heard him say? What do you say? Which one to pull up?
Nigga, before the season last year.
No. I
gotta watch it to show you the exact times. And Herbert, I see why you didn't say Herbert.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know why you read that. But even with Tua hell and last year, Tua had how many weeks Waddle and fucking Tyreek Hill was leading the league in receiving yards?
That don't have nothing to do with me, AJ. He got hurt. That don't have nothing to do with me.
I bet you this.
Bet me what?
I bet you if they see each other, if they see
I don't do with ifs.
In the playoffs. In the playoffs.
Yeah, none of this matters to the playoffs. Yeah, because they gotta get to the big games that we see.
We see Tua and we see Josh Allen go head to head. I guarantee who my money gonna be on who play out who.
You didn't say nothing about who gonna win. You said who your money gonna be on.
Yeah, I'm talking about who gonna win who the quarterback battle. I guarantee
my money on Miami. My money on
My
Miami.
money would be on Miami, but as far as the quarterback
have a better game than Josh Allen? Yes. He's got a better game than Josh Allen. Yes.
It's gonna be easy to say when you're throwing against one team is throwing against Elam and Tre'Davious, the other team throwing against Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey. But that's
he would throw 30 picks that game any damn way. So man, who he going against?
All right.
Touchdowns and everybody you know.
Back to your corners, fellas. Hold on, 30 seconds. Back to your corners. It's been a heavyweight bout in here. All right, it's been some haymakers, some jabs.
Nah.
Okay.
It was a clear winner.
Okay.
It was a clear winner.
Okay. Just for the people.
I just can't tell if it was week 1 or week 17. It feels like week 17. But what were you saying, Jeremiah? My bad. What were you saying?
Man, I was saying it was a very interesting week 1 in the NFL, man. And it was a very weird week that was topped off Monday night by a very weird play. Aaron Rodgers, foreplay going down, Achilles, tried to spin out on a sack, got his foot caught in dirt towards Achilles, really took the wind out of the New York Jets sails, man. So we wish Aaron Rodgers a speedy recovery, and we keep it pushing, man. The Jets fans got to feel snake bitten. Every time they have some expectation, their quarterback goes down. Like the last time they were favored to win the Super Bowl was when they had Chad Pennington, and we all know he went down to the New England Patriots in similar fashion to Aaron Rodgers last night. Torn Achilles, week 1 of the season. Just sucks for a franchise and for their fan base. I hate it for the fans in New York. Anybody that's a Jet fan, shit ugly, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But we're going to keep it cool. We're going to keep it cool. We're going to keep it pushing. Is there any crazy final takeaways from week 1 before we slide out of here and prepare for week 2?
I got one.
What's up?
Really, I got 2. Breece Hall clearly had a speedy recovery.
Breece Hall looked good.
The burst wasn't bursting like it was, but he still looked really good, bro. He
should have scored on that first. He should have scored.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have caught you.
He got gassed. He got gassed. And the other thing I'm going to say, I hate roasting my own team, but it's the truth. I think Jordan Love and the Packers are about to show Falcon fans how bad the Panthers really are.
I just said that earlier to my homeboy Josh, so I agree.
Yeah, that's. Oh, and damn, when are we gonna get a good game from Justin Fields or consistent games from Justin Fields? Like, god damn.
Week 5 and 6.
I hope so, but that's all I got.
AJ, you got any takeaways from week 1 before we leave this bitch in the books and look forward to week 2?
The Jets got a historic motherfucking defense. And Josh Allen is trash.
He's trash.
He's not gonna do nothing over.
All right,
you're
trash.
You're a funny nigga.
Josh Allen is trash.
You funny as fuck.
Bitch.
You funny
weak ass loss. Nigga had about a weak ass loss. Nigga trash.
That nigga funny. That nigga's funny.
Herbert had a great loss. Go ahead. What was you saying, Jeremy?
My final takeaway before we slide out of here. Russell Wilson ain't shit.
That's right. That felt personal.
Russell Wilson ain't shit.
That's your partner.
Russell Wilson ain't shit.
That's your cousin or something.
Broncos ain't talking about shit, boy. We gonna slide up out of that motherfucker, man. So, man, so much going on in the world of sports, man. I just want to see if y'all want to give personal shout outs to anybody, man. Anybody who, just want to give a few seconds to shine a little light on them for their whatever they doing in the world of sports. Anybody want to take this first?
I'll go first. I got 2. You said the world of sports, right?
Yeah.
First of all, shout out to Coco. That's crazy.
You stay taking my shit.
Definitely
You stay taking my shit.
My bad, bro. And the second shout out, Mac Jones for that second half. And the third shout out, I'm gonna hang up after I say this.
He's like losers.
Shout out to LeBron. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not with. I don't care if it's FIBA, if it's the World Games, the Olympics, whatever. I don't fuck with us taking our B team to go play these other teams.
Facts.
And
now,
them niggas don't want to go.
Them niggas try.
I'm just saying I don't fuck with it. I understand
they trying to enjoy vacations and shit. They're like, nigga, we play basketball all year, nigga. Now y'all want me to go represent the country, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie.
I want Kyrie going.
Hey, boy, old boy that run track.
Let me stop.
I wasn't fucking with old boy that ran track that was saying what he was saying. I'm like, bro,
he's right though.
We could take. You could have put Booker, Dame, and whoever else on that team. We come back with gold. So I want LeBron. I want the fucking Monstars. So I shout out to LeBron for sending them eyes. Like, all right, bet, let's go. Let's show these niggas what's up.
They're gonna be there next year. And Steph Curry gonna cook up. And Steph Curry going crazy.
Nobody's winning. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, AJ.
I got two now too, because since she brought up the Olympics, we ain't said it, and I ain't gave her a proper shout out. But Sha'Carri Richardson, that was that 100. Even she medaled in 3. Her and that 4x1, and that her running 100 and that 4x1, bro. Like especially that 100, bro. Like
for sure.
That was inspiring. You could tell she was so fucking locked in.
Mm-hmm.
And the back of that race, she didn't even know it took a minute to process what she did, and to think about what she'd been through leading up to this, as far as not being able to compete before the Olympics because she failed a drug test when her mom passed, and her coming back, bouncing back from that, and becoming the last place in the same women, and for her to come in that 100 and make history like that, man, it was very inspiring. My second one is, y'all better gonna get tired of me talking about Coach Prime, but goddamn motherfucking Coach Prime, man. I believe so much. I look at him in a different light. Like everybody know I play Kona, and it's in my book it's 2. It's Champ and it's number 1 Dion. And for him to do what he did in sports as a player, baseball, football, him as an icon, and for him to say, you know what, I'm gonna get off TV and chill on commercials, and I'm gonna coach my sons, bro. He is turning to like a fucking Nick Saban and a LeVar Ball right before our eyes.
Same time. Mm-hmm.
Like if we really put in perspective, like what stars, like there was a star as a player and had a kid to follow up with them, and is playing as good as Shedeur is playing right now, bro. Like he's looking like, we forget he's Dion's son. He's playing that good. You can forget he's his son. You see what I'm saying? So, and then for him to have the beat, they come into Buffalo and just change the organization around already. Well, he did it already.
He in every commercial. He in every. Did y'all watch the game? He's in every commercial.
He been like that. He been like that.
But I'm saying to find the time to do all this with the way that you instilling what you clearly instilling in that Colorado team, because he's in every commercial. I was like, damn, another one. He ain't bullshit.
Like, bro, like what he's doing is unprecedented, and it's remarkable, and it's like I said, it's inspiring as well. Like as a black man, like he took a lot of hits, and I was one of the ones when he left Jackson State to go to Colorado. In the beginning, I was against it, but to put on for the culture on this stage, like they joke with it, and it was real. Like when they play USC, it's gonna be the BET Awards out that motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna make people uncomfortable.
So it's definitely gonna be the BET Awards.
That's why I understood that why he what the people call them white schools didn't want to bring them in, because they knew it came with that. But anyway, Colorado took a chance on him and put him on the stage. And his roster, the team he got versus the teams he got to play against, and it's gonna be a tough schedule. I don't say they're gonna win it out, but they can compete with anybody, and they're gonna have a good roster, a good schedule to really showcase that if they can do it or not. And I believe they can do it. So that's my shout out to Coach Prime.
2-0.
Richardson.
Since both of y'all got 2, I'm taking 3. God damn it. Nah, I'm just playing. But my first one is really just an extension of you, because I was going to thank Shedeur to play quarterback and to be as poised as he's been, to make the decisions that he's made, to be in his father's image in his father's spotlight, and to not wail under that pressure,
And
to
for him to
live
embrace
up
it
to
too.
it, and to succeed through it. Like you said, that sideline's been lit the last couple weeks. You got Stephen A. and Shannon. You got fucking Cameron and Mace. You got all
The
type of
whole
different.
Wu Tang.
You got
T.O. was there.
you got all, and
And yo, Michael Irvin.
for you to not be phased by that and to go into what it is you were prepared to
And
do
that's his
and
mindset, bro.
still keep it, even when it didn't look good, because it was ugly early against Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was very, very ugly early. And for you to stay poised, not turn the ball over, which he still hasn't done, and lead your team back into the proper situation to get that W. Shout out to Shador for the way he's held and the way he's held it. Very, you know what I'm saying? And since y'all are talking about Olympians, I gotta give a shout out to the all-time Olympian, Simone fucking Biles.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Shawty goes out
That's a
there and
good one.
does it again. She does it again. And like I'm just now starting to really like the last two Olympics or so, I really done got into the since Gabby Douglas. That was about the last three Olympics. I really got
Yeah,
into the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
gymnastics part of it because a lot of that shit be looking the same. But when Simone Biles get out there and do her routine, it's instantly different. And I get how they, because I don't get how they judge all this other shit with gymnastics. But when she's out there, it looks different and you can see it. And you like, oh, they was good, but they're not fucking with her.
Yeah.
Like, she getting a little higher. She landing a little straighter. And she has been whooping ass for years. For her to come back from the issue she had with the mental thing, you know what I'm saying, getting her mental health in order. She got married to the NFL player, you know what I'm saying, and she bounced right back and she came out like she ain't meant to be. So I gotta shout out to Simone Biles for holding that shit down. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. Shout out to the whole NFL as a whole for just being back. Shout out to the players. And we just glad to have sports back, man. It's gearing up. NFL will be here soon. We got baseball playoffs starting. The Braves looking good. So y'all just make sure y'all tune in here for this ball forever content, man. We got it. It's going down. Fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
Shit, so
Straight up,
yeah.
man. Anything else for the people, man, before we slide up out of here, man, and get on about our day.
Ritter for MVP.
Not
That's
Josh
all.
Allen.
Speaking of MVP, man, I picked Aaron
Nah, Justin
Rodgers.
Herbert for MVP. My
I
bad.
picked
got
Aaron
Herbert.
Rodgers for MVP.
I got Lamar.
I picked Aaron Rodgers for MVP, and obviously that's not going to be able to happen now. I picked Aaron Rodgers for MVP. Obviously, that's not going to be able to happen now.
Who you switching to?
Um,
Oh, you ain't said it yet.
I've been wanting. Yeah, we know where I want to go, but I don't want to go too obvious. I'm gonna go with somebody who I think gonna be healthy and numbers is gonna be crazy, and he'll have the offensive player of the year. I'm going with Tua.
I know
Tua
you're
for
going to.
MVP. I'm going with Tua. No concussions this year.
You
No
how you
injuries.
go Tua over Josh Allen, fool? You tripping, bro? Why do you do that, bro?
I know he's
Anyway,
saying Justin Herbert.
Crazy.
I'm going with
That's
Tua.
crazy.
I never fought with Josh Allen. What's the deal?
He trolling. You know he trolling.
Yeah,
I never fuck with that
man.
nigga.
Lamar had 130
But
yards, man.
but that don't mean that he gave. But all these niggas, but MVP is a statistical
Josh
award now.
Allen ain't
None
shit.
of that
I
shit
don't
mean
think
nothing
I
till
picked
you
Joe
get to the
Burrow.
playoffs. None of that shit mean nothing till you get to the playoffs.
And
It's
that's
a
why
regular season statistical award. So that fits Josh Allen's criteria. That's a Peyton Manning type shit. Like you do real good
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
regular season,
Yeah.
and then like can't
I gotta
really
watch
pull
out
out the big
motherfucking mouth.
game.
We in this shit right now.
I'm
We
just
thinking,
saying, man.
yeah, you
Like
funny as
that's
hell for
you
that
know,
one. Y'all
you
niggas
know.
ain't shit.
Hey, Matt
Y'all
Ryan
keep
got
saying,
one
hey,
too. Matt Ryan got one of them.
Shout out Maddie
got Matt,
Slush. I
a
mean
ring?
Maddie Ice.
A ring?
Matt Ryan got the same amount of rings as Herbert, Tua, and Lamar.
Not Peyton Manning. Oh, all right. Fuck you.
Peyton Manning got one and was caring for another. Anyway, man, we trying ball forever, man. We coming back. Y'all know what's going on.
Josh Allen ain't going back to get no one. It's over.
It's facts. I agree. I didn't pick him to go.
Yeah. Now you mad for the nigga.
We coming back. Hey, we gonna see y'all week 2. We gearing up for it. We gonna give y'all the rundown here soon. Real quick, Thursday night game. You got the Vikings going to Philly. Quick thought.
Philly. Anti-Vikings all season. Vikings going 0-18.
Philly and Slay get a pick. I'm going Philly and Slay get a pick.
Oh, he going Berg on 100 yards though. I see 115.
Oh, Jefferson?
For sure.
We gonna see. Holla at y'all folks, man. Ball forever, man. We here. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that cool shit. We out. Love.